the whole story of where they were taking his money, they were fucking his girls, they were doing like. Anybody hearing that story will be able to sympathize as a human being.
But it's not only hearing it though, because it wasn't like a he say she say. There was proof. There was things everybody was able to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's what made it even more.
The people themselves are admitting to it. Like they're not being.
So y'all mean to tell me that because 6ix9ine's baby mom was fucking people in the gang, that was cool for him to do what he did, even though he was on the road fucking every last bitch and he didn't give a fuck about his baby mom.
All right, now you're being.
I'm being real.
You're being a white knight. Boys.
How? I'm not being a white knight.
That's between him and his girl.
Misfit.
Tekashi and Snoop, right? Are they're beefing for real? What's going on with this?
It's important. It is important, bro.
All right, why is this important?
It's important for the simple reason that Tekashi is on a different level of trolling now.
Yes.
That is beyond his first one, bro. It's kind of going in the lines of him being a hip hop informant, bro.
And openly doing it.
Openly doing it.
Listen, I'm oddly enough, I don't know where the turn went. Me and Wunda were talking about this. I'm rooting for Tekashi now. I don't know why.
And it's because of the simple fact.
I think it's because y'all both are Republicans.
He went from being that person like, you ain't on that gang shit, you a bitch stupid, to like, hey, I know I'm a rat, and guess what? A lot of other niggas in this industry are rats, and you like them too, so you're gonna like me more because I'm that troll.
Is Snoop Dogg a rat?
Yes.
How is Snoop Dogg a rat?
He's here.
How is Snoop Dogg a rat?
I don't know. I have any information behind this.
To me. Just no, because people look at 6ix9ine and how 6ix9ine is pushing that Snoop Dogg's a rat. When Snoop Dogg hit the stand, he didn't point fingers to people and say it was this guy and this guy did that.
You don't have to do it on the stand all the time for it to go through.
All right, so where's the paperwork on Snoop?
Where is it? That's what he's asking for.
But that's what I'm saying.
But that's what he's asking for.
You don't have to ask for paperwork. It's public. It's public information.
That's true.
You don't have to ask for paperwork.
But
so where's the
well,
paperwork?
for certain things, you get to remain confidential.
There is definitely things that where you could circle and sign your name. You don't have those.
I just need the evidence.
Yeah.
We have evidence.
That's what they're
6ix9ine
asking.
snitched.
That's what he's asking.
Well, do you believe though that there's other snitches in the game?
Yes.
I sound like a fucking douchebag saying it that way.
Snitches
In the game.
There's a lot of people that
snitches in the game. What these snitches in?
Bro, this man 6ix9ine came
Informants
back.
in rap. Do you think that's?
I don't think it's
plentiful?
rap is a big thing that for someone to have informants to try to. It'll never kill rap. Rap will never die, bro. They tried it for years. It's not happening. It's not going anywhere. It might evolve into something crazy that we don't like, but it's not going anywhere.
Well, what does it matter when the rappers are snitching on themselves these days, huh?
That is actually happening as well, bro.
Everybody's snitching on
There's a dude out there
shit.
rapping about the whole fucking credit card fraud shit.
There's a nigga that killed his best friend and rapped about it.
And then rapped about it.
Well, here's what I think they're doing now is I think the police have gotten hip to what's going on, and they're now using hip hop as a conduit to take down people who are really in gangs and really criminals.
They've always tried to do that. There's always been a hip hop police, just a task force designed to follow rappers. Like that's always been a thing.
Fair point.
So I mean, whether or not that's escalated, that brings back the whole conversation of whether or not 6ix9ine was like a fucking plant in a FBI plant to begin with.
I think he is now.
Now,
I don't think he was before.
My biggest problem with the Snoop Dogg situation was that Snoop Dogg actually like responded and acknowledged.
Yeah, anybody that responds is almost formed guilty.
Hold on.
Well, that's because Tekashi is a great troll.
Yeah, he got under his skin in the right way.
That's what I'm saying. But people like the same reason like when you guys initially said his name and I was like, I don't know if I even want to talk about this, is because I don't want. If people are saying we don't want to fuck with this kid, fuck this kid, but then they're reposting him. They're telling people what he said. It's like, bro, you're following him more than anybody else. So how are you saying fuck this kid when you're talking about him every other week? So it's just like, it's either you show and prove and you do what you say, or you shut the fuck up and let him do what he's doing.
Well, I'll tell you who explained it perfectly, I think, is 50 Cent.
Okay.
50 Cent is a fucking genius.
Absolutely.
He explained why Tekashi is still going to be huge, and it's the story that Tekashi has that's different from what? Maybe not, but it's easy for Tekashi to tell it and still look like the good guy in the end. You know what I mean? Where the whole story of where they were taking his money, they were fucking his girls, they were doing like anybody hearing that story will be able to sympathize as a human being.
But it's not only hearing it though, because it wasn't like a he say she say. There was proof. There was things everybody was able to see.
Yeah.
So that's what made it even more.
The people themselves are admitting to it. Like they're not being.
So y'all mean to tell me that because 6ix9ine's baby mom was fucking people in the gang that was cool for him to do what he did, even though he was on the road fucking every last bitch and he didn't give a fuck about his baby mom.
All right, now you're being
I'm being real.
You're being a white knight. Boys.
How? I'm not being a white knight.
That's between him and his girl. I don't give a fuck. I'm saying her fucking his friends,
right?
And the gang members themselves.
So you're telling
all right,
me,
I'm gonna fuck Tekashi's girl.
You're telling me if you had a homeboy that you know does homeboy nigga shit and go cheat on this girl and you know his girl too, and you fuck his girl, you were right because he was out there fucking?
I didn't say I was right, but I'm saying you can't be mad at her for doing what the fuck she doing.
But he's not mad at her. He didn't snitch on her.
Are you giving us a yes queen? A yes queen?
Right, listen, you guys are trying to twist it, but I'm just trying to. Huh?
He's mad at them for doing it.
He's mad at the gang for doing it. Right. Because she's a fucking whore and he probably knew it. But his gang is supposed to be
hold him down, not supposed to do that shit, bro.
Especially when
he was never
he's the money maker.
He was never gang, which is why he told in the first place. He was never fucking gang, bro. He was never with them niggas.
So then why are they mad that he's snitching? Why is anybody mad?
Like I said the first time we talked about this, the fact that they got involved with him, that they have half of the responsibility for where they are right now.
I think they looked at Tekashi as like a money mark.
Money mark.
Yeah.
On top of that, he had to have some sort of pass because no one touched him.
No. I think he was being protected by the gang in that sense, and it made him feel like he was important. But then when he started seeing the cracks, and then his girl getting fucked, they're taking his money, they're doing this and that.
You never know if he boiled up all this shit to do that at the end to begin with. From the first fuck up they did with him, he's like, all right, bet. I got that in my books. And just booked them up.
So he just writing down shit.
Probably already had a RICO case started on them niggas a long time ago, bro.
Look.
For ultimate revenge type. You don't know where this man's head at for revenge.
Why wouldn't he? Like they're not protecting. I think they took advantage of the guy that they thought was like, oh, he's just a money mark. He's glad to be here. He's glad to be in this lifestyle. And they were like, he's not going to be able to do anything to us. Yeah. And then he ended up being the guy that fucking took them down.
Didn't realize
he was Henry Hill
too.
From Goodfellas.
They made him this big and didn't realize he could get bigger than them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Well, no, I think they realized that pretty quick. I think they realized when his first video went to like 100 million views. I think they realized that he was always going to be bigger. But then
I think after a while, Tekashi wise and realized, bro, I could boss up and rule these niggas and type shit. Probably was trying to hold it over their head until he got busted over some shit, bro. Then had to.
I'm
never
just
know
saying,
any of the stories.
You control all you want, but if you're moving locations because your location was compromised and you're not, then it's like, bro, is that any way to even fucking live? You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta move now because some white girl saw you over there.
Sometimes it's life is a double-edged sword, bro. You play your card. He thought he was playing his cards right, bro. To be honest, who wouldn't want the lifestyle of being rich and famous and have protection like that so you could do whatever the fuck you want? They fuck you over in a way. You're human. You want revenge in some sort of way too. You get caught up in the best way for you to get out, especially if they telling you this could happen. Just tell on them niggas. They fucked you up in the first place. He doesn't have true ties.
Tekashi put himself in that situation. Like, where is his responsibility? That's all I'm saying.
He took his responsibility. He did his time too.
Man, he ain't fucking do his time, bro. He got a fucking He got 6 months and let out because of the Rona.
Well,
that wasn't his time.
Now he has to live the rest of his life looking over his shoulder. That's kind of his.
Does he really? I don't even think anybody's
I
really
just
gonna
think in the
touch him.
case that if a white girl sees him, he has to move.
But I'm saying that's him being scared. I don't think anybody's gonna actually touch him.
I don't think it's him moving after getting seen.
I think it could be.
They agree.
10 years from down the line, he could get touched for it.
He could get touched for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
they can't touch him right now. You know, they gotta make it settle down too. Anything happen to him right now is gonna be on them niggas. Mm-hmm. They gotta get out first. They gotta do what they do first before anything can happen.
And so you think like 40 years from now?
Not 40. Yeah.
I think the only thing he's doing...
It's a forever vendetta.
He needs to get the fuck out of rap. He needs to stop doing that.
That's what he's doing. He's trying to knock everybody off their pedestal, bro.
And then he's fucking complaining to Billboard how shut the fuck up.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I'm rooting for Tekashi. Low key,
he ain't complaining to Billboard. He's exposing Billboard.
Tekashi.
Oh my god, you sound like academics. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Blaze.
I hate you, niggas.
You look like academics. So shut the fuck up.
Tekashi is changing the game, bro. Tekashi is changing the game.
Man, whatever,
he's changing the game.
He's changing it for the worse. He ain't changing it for the better.
No. I think he's changing it for the better, and that's why I'm rooting for him. Let me tell you why. No, let me tell you why. Because he's gonna remove credibility from gangster rap, and that's what needs to fucking happen in order to save hip hop.
Just like how Meek Mill removed credibility from your boy Drake by exposing he has ghostwriters.
Yeah,
that's dry snitching
listen,
too in a way.
This is all Tekashi has to do, right? Because it's all based on. We talked about this before, making a case, right? If he can make a case that's believable, that makes all gangster rappers look like they're all snitches or they're just like he was, which is I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna go like, you just said that. I was pretending to be a gangster, now I'm a snitch, and I'm gonna show you that everybody else does the same thing.
Right.
I think it's bullshit because I think if you're actually a snitch, you're not like by law allowed to expose other snitches. I'm pretty sure that's like, you know,
or if I want to be the top snitch, because that's what he's kind of proposing now. He wants to be top rat.
Top rat.
He's monopolizing rat, bruh.
Yes. And I think it's brilliant because I think it's gonna save hip hop at the end of the day. Tekashi is gonna be the savior.
Is gonna save hip hop.
Yes.
What is the biggest thing?
I don't agree.
Why not?
Because kids like YBN Cordae is gonna save hip hop, not no motherfucking six. Because he's actually rapping and he's not talking about bullshit.
Didn't you hear what I said?
That's not gonna save hip hop.
I said hip hop is
not.
I said hip hop is gonna change.
It's been fucking 20 years, Blaze.
I said we might not like it, but it's not ever gonna die. But it's gonna change to something we just might not like, bruh. I'm sorry to say it, but that's what it is, bro.
I think that's a cop out because niggas can say the same thing about the 90s.
You don't have to like his music,
but the 90s music was great, and so was the 2000s.
But you're sounding like the same people that talks about rock and roll and all that shit that died for a minute too, bro. And disco and shit. It just formed into something different.
I don't know.
It's gonna be. Listen,
we're sounding like old school niggas now, bro. We old school niggas now.
We sound like old cranky niggas.
If Tekashi is successful in what he's doing, it's not gonna destroy gangster rap. It's gonna make gangster rap lose its credibility to where people are gonna hear a gangster rapper come out and go like, whatever.
Either that or prove it, nigga. Prove you really doing all that shit.
Yeah, and those people don't live long enough.
Yeah, bro.
So it's not gonna matter anyway. I think Tekashi is still gonna be big, and I think it's gonna be based on people being able to sympathize with his story.
It's also exposing how gangster rappers are really sensitive, bro.
Yes. And they're assholes.
Snoop Dogg
selfish assholes.
Until other people got. He's like, yo, I'm up now. We can grill him now. Be free to grill this man. I'm up. Do this. Oh, I'm a dog. This is some Tom and Jerry shit. Go find yourself a cat.
Tekashi is the Mel Gibson of hip hop. There's a green light.
No, he's actually a better actor than Mel. So I don't know.
He said me and Suge are good now, but when Suge said it, is what he said. You didn't explain nothing when you said that, Snoop.
I don't remember him saying that. I remember him saying that me and Suge are good. If I snitched, me and Suge would never be good. That's what he said.
But why would Suge even come on the camera and say that? Though?
Suge wouldn't have to come on camera.
He did.
That's what Tekashi none of this watching. Matters though. That's what I'm saying. Is Tekashi put it out there already, and there just has to be one crack in Snoop Dogg's past that he can target and take advantage of, and that's why Tekashi being such a great troll is going to inevitably give him the win because these rappers are what you just said are too fucking sensitive to realize they're being trolled right now. If they would just shut the fuck up and ignore him, Tekashi would have no fucking relevance. Mm-hmm. The fact that they're falling into it shows that he's smarter than them in a weird way.
Or, to be honest with you guys, I know we don't need to talk about Snoop Dogg and his credibility or whatever.
No,
I don't care to be honest.
But to be honest, did y'all watch the Netflix thing when he went to Jamaica and stuff and got rebirth?
Snoop Lion?
Yeah.
I didn't watch
that. Was cringe-tastic.
Okay, well, literally in that thing, he was talking about how he was scared for his life from his actions in Death Row. Mm-hmm. Why he moved and went to another music label. What actions did you do in Death Row? Why you had to be you left?
I think I think the fact that he wanted off of Death Row was the action itself. The fact that because that's the theories of what really got Pac killed. Yeah, we can say it was the fight in Las Vegas, but people say that Suge tried to have him set up because he wanted to leave the label.
I don't believe that, though.
You don't believe that?
Just because, why would he? The simple fact of why would you set somebody up
and get shot in the car
with you, shooting at you?
I understand.
And you're 10 times bigger than him.
Then he said, "Me and Suge had the same lawyers." So why is Suge in jail? You're not over the same case.
Wait, why Suge what?
He said, "Me and Suge have the same lawyer. Mm-hmm. We had the same lawyer for the case. Mm-hmm. Then why is he going down? You're not. If y'all are sharing the same lawyer for the same case that you're both in.
What did Suge go down for that was involved with Snoop Dogg?
That he went down for that murder or whatever, the case that went down back in the same one that Suge was talking about.
They gave me.
I thought the only murder that he went down for was when he ran over a homeboy.
No.
Okay. So he was in jail before that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He went down for
that's why that's what Tekashi was watching. Mm. He was talking about that case.
Mm. That was Suge on camera?
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't look like Suge.
And he was trying to make the point in that video that Snoop Dogg is a snitch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just came out Suge mouth himself that.
I'm telling you,
I can still respect Snoop Dogg way more than even if he did snitch, I respect Snoop Dogg way more than I respect Tekashi. Huh?
If evidence came out that Snoop Dogg snitched.
Because Snoop Dogg makes great music, not only that, but he didn't raise to prominence by telling other niggas to suck his dick. And rah, I'm the hottest motherfucker out here. I can't show Providence is slapping bitches. He didn't do that.
So
be a pimp.
Gangster rap.
So right, but he wasn't talking the same shit that Tekashi was talking. And
if Snoop Dogg was coming out
that shit up without the gang.
If Snoop Dogg came out in 2018, he would sound just like Tekashi, just calmer.
All right, see now you know both of y'all niggas is fucking trolling.
He would not be any better.
What the fuck? What are you talking about? If Snoop Dogg came out in 2019,
that's what gangster rap is now. What's the
I don't believe it.
Well, no. Well, I look at it like this, though, because when I look back at gangster rap even back then, I had a change sort of in ideology. So when I even look back at the old shit, I look at how stupid that was, too. I like the music still. Like, I fucking love Get Rich or Die Trying. It's already
a mantle on Snoop Dogg. That's why there's kind of a little block right now in this argument for Blaze. You're not going to get to him because he already has legend status, so he's not really
that's
going
Snoop Dogg, bro.
And I'm not taking that away. I was a huge Snoop Dogg fan.
He made Gin and Juice, and then years later, he came out with the fucking other song that switched his whole style up, and it was Flames.
Seduction.
Yeah, like that. I'm telling you, it's just the artistry. He's just a better artist than 6ix9ine. Now, 6ix9ine is the better troll. Obviously, he's the best troll ever. But
and that's what wins now.
That's sustainable. You think 6ix9ine gonna be
Snoop
around?
Snoop Dogg doesn't have a billion views on a music video.
Because Snoop Dogg's been around for 30. So you tell me that
Snoop Dogg does not have a billion views on any YouTube video.
It doesn't matter.
Ever.
It doesn't matter. Is Snoop Dogg gonna be? Is 6ix9ine gonna be around for 30 years?
Also,
with
Blaze,
YouTube money because he has a billion views.
Yes, bro. You said that 5 years ago, I think. When fucking Tekashi came out. And then when he came out, when he went to jail,
made a billion views on YouTube, bro.
I was with you when he went to jail. I thought it was a rap, but then I had to change of mind where I'm like, no, I think he's just gonna come back and do the same shit.
I'm not a Tekashi fan.
And I'm not either.
I can't tell.
I'm just being a realist.
I'm just rooting for him.
I'm being a realist in a situation right now. That's all it is.
So I'm jaded.
Let me tell you why. I'm rooting for Tekashi inevitably.
Okay.
Because this is the mentality. I saw a video where this guy was basically ranting on Tekashi, and he first goes off on him. His name was Omar, Hilarious Omar.
Yeah, I know that. I think I saw that video.
Yeah. And he goes off and he's like, Tekashi, you're a snitch, you're a bitch, you're this, you're not a real gangster, and this and that, right? And then he goes into this whole thing of like, you're the problem of why the black community will never be better.
Daniel Hernandez, formerly known as Tekashi 69, this is how I feel. Nigga, you's a bitch. You's a snitch. You were working in the rap industry as an informant when you were beefing with those guys out in Chicago and acting like Chicago ain't about that life when they are. You ain't no gangster, nigga. For all you youngins out there, ain't no gangster gonna put colors and rainbows in their head. Real men don't rock like that. All these punks are making music about is stuff that has no nutritional value for the spirit, the body, the mind. There's a lot of problems going on in the black community that need to be fixed. And understand, if you're in support of artists like Daniel Hernandez, you are the fucking problem.
And I'm like, so the alternative then is to for him to not snitch and let gang members fucking run rampant over a black community, and that somehow helps the black community more than snitching.
Yeah, it gives a structure.
In what way?
I'm fucking with you.
That one threw me off.
Yeah, you're supposed to just laugh that one.
Sorry. You turned into fucking the dad from Boys in the Hood for a second. But I think that's the jaded perspective.
Okay.
Where I have to be consistent and root for a guy that's snitching and exposing gangster rap, because I think that's the problem with hip hop. And that's the problem.
It's gangster rap. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's not the problem. The problem with hip hop is unoriginality. That's the only problem in hip hop. If people were more original and there'd be more blends of music, but everybody sounds the same.
I think gangster rap is a problem.
With rainbow grills and rainbow hair and puff jackets.
That's not original.
Bubble jackets.
You can look
rainbow.
at fucking
That was pretty original.
That's pretty original, bro.
Rainbow hair. It's been done before.
By who? My home.
Insane Clown Posse. I'm sure one of them.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm sure one of them.
You know what I love
now
about
you're
Blaze,
considering
bro?
them a rapper?
You know what I love about Blaze? When he gets back on the corner, he's still giving you an answer, bro.
Yeah,
No matter what the fuck it is, bro, he's giving you an answer.
That was a rabbit punch. That wasn't even that was wild.
He saw red stripes in the dude's hand and was like, oh, that's definitely rainbow.
That was a fucking wild haymaker.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
Let me tell you why Blaze is full of shit right now. He's never in his life considered Insane Clown Posse as rappers.
Ever.
Now he's using them.
You didn't consider them rappers?
Absolutely, huh?
Psychopathic Records? What the fuck is wrong with you?
No. Insane Clown Posse?
Bro, those are like Slim Shady, bro.
Nah, fuck that. Don't ever disrespect Eminem like that.
They say that's where he stole his Slim Shady persona from.
Get the fuck out of
here.
here.
He was just better with it.
He is better with it, but they
it's like
definitely.
Snoop and Tekashi.
Look, I know the comparison, but I think the levels in talent is just, that's what's throwing me off. So for
Listen,
you to just, I don't know.
Insane Clown Posse still tours till this day.
They used to wrestle at one point. They wrestled at one point.
They wrestled.
Okay.
Don't fuck with the Insane Clown
All right,
Posse.
you got it. Yeah. I'm not a wrestler guy.
Shaggy 2 Dope can do a moonsault. Can Snoop Dogg do that? No.
I bet he can.
Snoop Dogg did a weak ass clothesline on somebody, almost broke his fucking forearm.
That almost made me challenge his gangster.
That was legendary. How dare y'all?
Snoop Dogg cannot throw a punch.
He doesn't need to. He's shooting.
And how can you be a dog face rat, dog face ass bitch? How can you be both? How you a dog face with a rat at the same time? But then say it's a cat and Jerry, it's a Tom and Jerry game.
Like I said, Snoop Dogg should have just left that alone. To be honest, the gangster shit in that situation would have been like, all right, and that's it.
Yeah,
not say nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Yeah. So
Tekashi's a genius though,
and you're a grown ass man. You like 50-something. But and
then,
he's supposed to be reformed and making gospel music. What the fuck you retaliating?
Yeah, why is he not just sticking with one?
So it begs the question: Is
does
Tekashi have too much clout to not talk about him? Like if he said something about like DMX, would it behoove DMX to fucking reply and then like put a single out?
DMX wouldn't reply because he doesn't give a fuck.
Social media.
Let me tell you why. Because Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's a smart guy too. Snoop Dogg knows, even in his older age, how important social media presence is.
Yes.
Right? I think he knows that Tekashi, even though he has no clout, the fact that he's blatantly a snitch, an informant, that oddly enough gives him credibility in being able to call out other snitches.
Okay.
And I think Snoop Dogg knows that how social media works now, that all he has to do is make a really good case. a decent case even that Snoop Dogg snitched at some point in his life, and Snoop Dogg's career is over, and I think he knows that.
I don't think so.
So he has to get out in front of it.
I don't think Snoop Dogg's.
Why else would he reply?
That's the case you're making.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I understand. Okay, that's a good point.
That's what I think.
I don't know. I feel like we spent too much time on this shit already.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna change the game, Blaze.
Change the game. Fuck out of here. Hip hop is dead. Kendrick Lamar, where you at? YBN Corday, where you at?